everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm Purple Elf Gaming here, and today we're playing some more Bloons Adventure on Tower Defense. So today, we are going to be doing the 3 Wizards Challenge. So, we have Flame Princess, lots of good upgrades. Ice King, lots and lots of good trinkets, weapons. That's what I meant to say for Flame Princess as well. And same thing with Sam. I'm not using Phoenix Wand because I feel like that would be a little OP. The only one that I used that wasn't a direct buff was Demonic Wishing Eye because, A, without it, Ice King's kind of disappointing, and also, he's the only guy who can get it. It's his. He's meant to have it, so, you know. So the builds aren't perfect, but they're pretty good if I do say so myself. I mean, if you look at it, if we look at the stats quickly, 8 damage, 2.3 attack speed, that's pretty good. 6 damage, his attack speed's always slow, 0.93. They all have Baker Shards, which is pretty good. And then if we look to Sam, 5 damage, 6.25 attack speed. So, not perfect by any means, but pretty decent. So, the map we're going to do this on, I had not decided yet. What map? That is the question. I think we are going to do Overthrow Room. Why? I don't know. I just saw the map sounded pretty cool, so let's do it. No real reason other than that. I believe it is still fortified because all of these are fortified, but you know what? These are pretty strong towers. I think they should be able to beat it, and if they can't, then that really stinks. I mean, if they can't, I'll throw in a bunch of wizard allies, like Wizard Lord and, Betty Groff and, you know, Monkey Apprentice. I'll throw in stuff like that. Maja, I think she's sort of a wizard. If need be, we'll throw in that stuff. Not sure how much of a difference it will make, but if we need to do it, we will do it. Or I will do it, I suppose. I'm going to start with Sam and Ice King. Yeah, that was sort of my plan, is that I would put Ice King in the water hero. For the time being, I'm just going to place all the towers to start. All of these guys actually have camera protection upgrades, which is pretty cool. I think that's a little interesting about their specific characters. Does Sam need lead pop power, and also does Ice King need lead pop power? Ice King I don't think does, Sam does. Okay, so before I mess something up, I'm going to quickly give Super Monkey Visor to Sam, because I realize that could be an issue. So Sam, Cosmic Gauntlet, we're going to take that off, because that's not much attack speed. And we are going to give you... You can't have Super Monkey Visor. Never mind. Or is it just that we don't have a Super Monkey Visor already? Here's the thing, it's always a little bit hard to tell. If I unequip you, can I give one to Sam? If not, then so be it. Maybe she does have lead pop power, I don't know. But can she have one? If she can, I'm gonna do that just in case, because I think some do, especially since we're gonna give her the fire upgrade. But I just want to be extra safe, so we're going to do that anyways. Yeah, that's another benefit of using Sam here. We get to give her I'm going to use Fire buff, I think, instead of Ice, because, well, Fire is way more powerful, and Fire it sort of stacks better. Ice, the freeze is pretty useful, but compared to the actual, like, with Fire damage, she creates a wall of fire. She does all this crazy fire magic. It's a lot better than Ice, trust me. And if you want more proof, you can see they're actually Ice 1. I mean, you can still watch it. My Elemental Challenge, I have Ice, Fire, and Gum. They work pretty well. Not good. Well, I sort of just gave you a spoiler, but whatever. If you know, you know who won. It's not as simple as you'd think. It's actually quite surprising, the results. But feel free to check that out if you want. What else? I hope your day's been pretty good today. Today is Friday, and Fridays are just awesome. There's no other way to describe it. Fridays are really great, and I have another one of my favorite days. So hopefully you're doing something fun today, have some special plans, or just relaxing, having a nice day, no matter what. And, you know, start of the weekend, so that's always great. Gives a boost to your day, boost your spirit. I don't know really what else. That was the wrong upgrade. It's Magic Reach that gives camera detection, right. That's what I was gonna go for. Camera detection for everyone to start. Just because, I don't know, paranoid that they won't have camera detection. I forget sometimes, and in Poppable, though this is actually a pretty decent map because they actually loop around this little like square in the center once. So it is actually a fairly decently long map, and these are pretty strong towers, which is why I have my hope that we will be able to beat the Bad Balloon. We do have Ice King plus Sam's slows, so those will be useful, obviously not in the Bad Balloon itself, but against the DETs and ZMGs, it could make a pretty big difference. So, yeah, plus we have a one-shot ability for one of the ZMGs, like, overall I think we're in pretty good position. If you're wondering, by the way, who has plasma goggles, it's Flame Princess and Sam. I don't think Ice King could have one, or I only had 2 pairs. I don't really remember, to be honest, but one of the 2 happened, and therefore, yeah. Crown Influence, Wizard Eyes, and then everyone will have their camo detection, and then I'm going to give Fire Powers to Sam, because who doesn't want Fire Powers, I mean, they're fire. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say, to be honest, so right now at least. Just continuing on our way, getting our upgrades. I kind of feel like going for Sam first, because honestly, I'm really excited actually for when we get Sam to level 7 and do Sam Ultra Buffed, because I feel like it will actually be really cool. This is sort of a sneak peek. Obviously, we're not actually giving her other buffs, and it's not just her, all of these guys are buffed. And so she's almost like half buffed, but it's also, there's 3 other people. So it's interesting, this is sort of a sneak peek to see how powerful Ultra Buff Sam will be. Just picture this, but like at least 2, maybe 3 times as powerful. So, you know, pretty powerful, pretty good. I'd say probably 3 times as powerful, maybe even 4 times as powerful. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty exciting because we have seen the other 2 of these. Ice King was meh. Flame Princess was pretty cool, but still a little disappointing. Who knows, maybe Sam will be the one to take over, be super impressive. Like, oh man, it's incredible, she's so powerful. And maybe then I won't use her as my Phoenix Future Crystal support build. Which I must admit makes her very powerful, but not actually using her abilities too much. That is what I normally have for my build, by the way. I give her Phoenix Wand, because Phoenix Wand's OP and she's really cheap. I give her Gauntlet of the Hero, bunch of ability cooldown things, plain, because why not? And then I give her Future Crystal, because Future Crystal is pretty useful. Obviously none of these guys actually have Thought Cannon Wand, because the money's not that important, and we're going for damage, we're not going for money. But you know what? Purple Balloon Pop Power, right? That's why Ice King's important. It is pretty interesting to see all of these wizards combined do counter all of their weaknesses. Yeah. Because I think, truthfully, Flame Princess is really good, mostly group pop power. I think Sam's actually pretty good more pop power, and Ice King's pretty good general, but also I think he's pretty decent. Obviously mostly stalling, but does do pretty good both group and more pop power. I could be wrong, but I sort of feel like that. I'm gonna go for abilities last, because A, Flame Princess is the only one with them, and I'm not actually gonna be using abilities anytime soon, so it would be a bit of a waste. Alright, so the Fortified Mob died pretty quickly. That's a good start. I still have no idea how confident I really am in this defense, but I feel like we can go pretty well. We're going to be getting some pretty good upgrades. They're dying pretty quickly. We shouldn't have too many issues. Right? Fortified Moabs? Yeah. I mean, we still have plenty of upgrades to go, like Polymorph and all of Ice King's upgrades. Those are going to be pretty powerful. Not to mention, we still have all of our abilities if needed. I am going to go for Mystic Portal. It will not save us from a more... Actually, it might save us from a single. I don't think so. But it will at the very least save us if we leak to, like, Purple Bloons, which I think is very possible, so I'll have that as a backup in case we leak to a couple Purple Bloons or Ceramic or 2. It's just a nice thing to have a little bit of an extra comfort, especially when you're playing in Poppable mode, because in Poppable mode it's pretty scary. Oh, right, only one side of the track. Not nearly as useful when there's 2 tracks or 2 exits, but still not horrible. I kind of wish it made one on both. Obviously that would be a bit powerful, but I still wish that happened. If you're level 7, Sam's not going to be much more powerful, but I have no idea. Maybe her Meteor Shower ability is going to be really strong. It's a little too early to tell, I suppose. Anyways, time to finally work with some Ice King. Don't worry, for the first time in forever, I did not forget arrows of frozen ice. And yes, I did hear first time in forever ice. But I do actually have arrows of frozen ice, which is good. Okay, BFB. This isn't really a fair test. But I mean, it died, so cool. ZMG is going to be a fair test, but especially since by ZMG we'll probably have most, if not all, of our upgrades up. So ZMG will be a pretty decent test to see, are we super overpowered, are we good, is the bad balloon going to be really scary, and everything else is going to be fine. I mean, we haven't gone up against DETs, but the bare minimum, both of these guys can pop DETs, and they're doing most of the damage. He's doing stalls, but his stalls do work on DETs, so I really don't think we have any real issues there. Winter weather first. I am going to go for winter weather first. It increases range a bit, and I think it's going to be more useful. Big freeze is important, obviously, but not until the ZMGs are really that important, which I think we still should have enough money by the ZMG. And also, the snowstorm just slows everything down. It basically just lets us do more damage. Not that big freeze doesn't, but it is obviously more focused. Haven't gone up against a fortified BFB, though. It is a fortified ZMG, right? I know if it's only extreme mode, it's always a fortified ZMG, but since it's impossible, it's like, seems like it's almost like half the time it's a fortified ZMG, half the time it's a regular ZMG. This one's a regular ZMG, so if we do bad against this, we're doomed against the fortified bad balloon. This is without big freeze, to be fair, but I'm not sure how much big freeze helps. Okay, that was a good sign. That was a pretty good sign. I'm going to tell you we're doing strong now. So, it's attacking really fast, that's cool. So, the ZMG died before it moved around its first corner. Keep in mind, it goes to the entire square once, then exits off. It was a normal ZMG, but we also didn't even have big freeze, so I consider that a win. Last upgrade to get is Elemental Transform, which is pretty powerful. Not gonna lie, it's pretty powerful, but, you know, it's pretty good regardless. One thing I was actually thinking over, because I'm sort of thinking about doing this, obviously this is 3 wizards, but doing this again with, like, music weapons, sword weapons. I guess Dart, but Dart would have a huge advantage because there's, like, 6 Dart weapons. And, yeah, that's sort of what I was thinking over. So 3 wizards, that seems perfectly fair. I think there's, like, 15 characters in total. 3 wizards, okay, pretty good. If you count Tuxedo Jake, which, like the premium characters, which I'm going to do in this, there are 3 music guys. Same thing, seems pretty good. Sword, same thing. If you count the premium, there's 3. Okay, so we have 3, 3, 3. If you count gun, there's 1. Why even add gun if there were 5 weapon types? Gun only has 1 character. Why couldn't you have added, like, Doatling Gun as a character? Or you could have even made Juggernaut Max a gun character. That wouldn't have been that ridiculous. Just make him start out firing Juggernaut balls. Also, this is fortified ZMG. This is a pretty decent test. It got wrecked, but mostly because of the slows, I think. Oh, we didn't have to buy Elemental Transform. But yeah, like, why not? Or add, like, a Doatling Gun tower. That would have been so cool. Instead, we are left with our singular gunman, or gunwoman, PB, which is a little disappointing to me. So yeah, we have 3, 3, 1, which is, you know, whatever. What are the other weapon types? I know there's Dart. I thought there was one more. Magic, sword, instrument, gun, and then Dart. You know how many Dart there are? Let's count. So there's Psy, 1. Max 2, Super Monkey 3, Juggernaut Max 4, Hunter Marcelin 5. Already you can tell us a lot, but I think there's 6. Who am I missing? Commander Cassie, 6. There are 6 Dart weapons. 3 wizards, 3 swords, 3 musicians, 1 gun, which is way too little. 6 Dart. Replace one of the Dart with a gun, please. Please. And also I realized what I forgot. I forgot bomb, which only is 2. So they could have made it perfectly balanced. They could have done 3 wizard. Oh, actually, yeah, so there's 3 wizard, 3 musician. Could have added 1 more sword, then there would have been 5 darts. Then could have taken 2 of the darts and given them to, or maybe 1 dart to gun and 1 dart. Oh, so it wouldn't have been perfect, but it would have been 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, which is pretty good, pretty even. Instead, there's 6 darts, 1 gun, and 2 bomb, which, and it just isn't it isn't fair. Actually, no, there is a perfect amount. There's 18 characters. There's 18 characters. That is a lot of lag around 74. Oh, wait, we're on around 74? I guess that's a good sign. I didn't even see the DTs or ZMGs, or I'm just way too distracted thinking about how unbalanced their weapon selections are. Anyways, I guess fortified bad balloon time. It's a regular bad balloon. Wait, what? Was this map not fortified? Because I could have sworn this map was fortified. I mean, whatever, the bad balloon's dying like crazy. I'm not going to complain too much, but I could have sworn this map was fortified. Was it really not? It might not have been, but I really thought it was. I'm sort of glad now, though, because it doesn't look like we would have been this if it was a fortified bad balloon. Even still, it's looking like it'll be a little tight. Not too tight, but a little tight, because it's on its final damage phase now. I didn't see DTs, so if DTs were an issue, then that could still be an issue, but bad balloon still has to go all the way to the left, so in case you're wondering, it doesn't turn right, it turns left. It's quite a bit left in the track. Plus the portal's on the left, not that matters. One shot is UMG. We lost the DTs. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue, because I really don't want to lose this, and I think we should be able to win this. I'm going to change the strategy up slightly. I'm going to save plasma goggles for when the bad balloon pops. Hopefully the bad balloon still pops, because what we died to was the DTs, which sort of makes sense, but I don't want us to die to the DTs. Still, it's probably going to be on final damage phase, maybe, if we're lucky with Ice King doing enough damage. And then we're going to have plasma goggles to finish it off. I hope. If we can't beat this, so obviously, I guess these aren't powerful enough to beat a fortified bad balloon, but this normal bad balloon, we really should be good enough to beat here. We really should be. So it's on final damage phase. Activate both abilities. Okay, time to die. Bad balloon, quickly die before the plasma goggles runs out. And plasma goggles, I think, already ran out. Nope, it didn't. Okay, we beat that. We don't have a one-shot ability, but do we have enough damage for the ZMGs anyways? Maybe? Maybe being an operative word there. Activate ability. Please have us not die. Okay, we did it. That was way closer and required a lot more strategy than I was expecting. But still pretty good. Was this map not fortified? Because the ZMG wasn't fortified. Bad balloon wasn't fortified. I have to check this map now because I'm really confused. Does it show fortified, but is it not actually fortified? Let's open our rare wish orb. I assume nothing. Nothing of importance. I'll take my 8th BMO. I don't even have enough slots for 8 BMO because there aren't 8 characters that can have a BMO. But whatever, I'll take 8 BMO anyways because why not? Yeah, it's fortified. That doesn't make any sense. Whatever. The fact that none of them were fortified is very weird, but I don't care. We can craft an epic wish orb, so we're gonna do that to end off today. Anyways, please consider giving the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribing to join the Purple Elephant Squad. It makes my day, it's super nice, and I really do appreciate it. This isn't very useful, but it's in the theme of Wizard, and it's new, so I'm gonna take the Wizard World Staff anyways. Though a Candy Dive suit probably would have been more useful. Please consider leaving any video suggestions if you have any. Game suggestions, I'm happy to try out different games you want me to. Beyond that, have an incredible day. Have an incredible start to your weekend. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye!